In this video, we're going to learn how to create custom functions and how to inject custom code in the Bondlayer app. So what we're going to do is turn this button into a back button that will allow us to navigate to the previous screen. This is really easy. I'm going to start by exiting the preview mode. I'm going to select this element and I'm going to come here to the data panel, and what we have to do is add a trigger. In this case, this has already been done. We have various trigger options. I'm going to click here on Add Trigger. We have to determine what we want to happen when we click this element here. When we click it, we want a specific action to occur. In this case, this action will be built through a custom function. So the event is going to be fired on click, and the action will be the custom function. So we're going to come here to where it says Call Code Function Developers Only and select it. In this case, I'm not going to select it as I have already built the trigger, but we're just going to have a look at how this works here. So what I have here is what we recently defined, and then I have bond.goBack written here on the target function. So this is a function that is already included in the Bondlayer app, and this function is what is going to allow us to make our button link back to the previous screen. So this is really easy in this case. All you have to do is hit save. So in this case, we don't need to do anything else. So if we want to inject another type of code, write our own function in JavaScript or even CSS to customize some elements, we can come here to the settings section, and in custom code, we have these code insertion areas. Here in this superior text area, we can add CSS, and anything that is written here can be viewed in the preview mode. Anything that we write here in the custom JavaScript section won't be visible in the preview mode. You'll have to publish any changes made here to the staging or production site to visualize these changes. So this is where we can add our own functions. You can also build triggers based on the code that is written. So these can be called our own functions. All you have to do is give your function a name and use the same name here. I'm going to close this panel. So here we can place the function's name. This can be written in this text area. You probably won't need to inject your own code, as you can use the functions available on our panels. However, it's always interesting to add something more to your app or site. If you need help writing code, you can come to this panel here where you can see the element classes as well as JSON applied. So as you can see, this panel can be helpful to use when selecting your elements and thinking about what code you're wanting to write.